round is a solo show. It's the Lido show. Show us how it's done.
Out, so Lido's
Show us how it's done.
Show.
So this is like a wild card round. Just grabbed all the weird stuff that I wanted to try. Like a truffle mac and cheese.
It looks like it's using rigatoni pasta.
Yep. Pretty decent. I got a pork tamale.
Tamales.
I got
Orale.
one shrimp pork or one shumai.
Oh, nice.
I got.
Did you look at me for approval on the proper way to say it?
I got the thumbs up. I hope.
Shumai.
Or siumai.
Shumai. And they have a street taco section. Even though we had tacos al Gordo the other day, but I got like a pork street taco.
I don't think they knew that Lido's from the streets though.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I gotta judge this. And then some buffalo cauliflower.
Okay.
So I could say it's
For the vegans.
Buffalo cauliflower. So they have some unique dishes,
Yeah,
right?
this is all stuff, other than the truffle mac, I feel like this is all stuff I wouldn't be able to get.
Definitely. So dig in, man.
I'm surprised you went for the street taco because compared to El Gordo that we went to the other day, you're gonna be like, I don't know, man.
It adds to the mystique.
Yeah.
And it adds to the legitimacy of the Arrobado taco.
It had its own station, so I feel like give it a shot.
It's gotta be solid. It's gotta be decent. It's gotta be decent.
So the setup with the taco is there's a chef in the back there, right? And he's actually like
he grilled this up on the.
Customizing.
He grilled all the meat fresh for the taco.
Yeah, it's back there.
Oh, that's good.
So it's not like it's just sitting on under a heat lamp.
Yeah.
So
Truffle mac is pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I let it sit a little too long, so it's starting to congeal. But it's good. Nice truffle flavor, not too overwhelming.
So it's not really Return of the Mac. Man, it's getting late. Dads are getting silly.
What else is there in the truffle mac though? Is it bacon?
Bacon.
Yeah.
Some bacon.
They probably put the bacon in there for the fat. The fat to get that that flavor in there.
I'd say all those ribs. I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
I see.
What would you give the mac and cheese? The truffle mac.
Like a 6.5.
Oh, that's decent.
Yeah.
And let me get a stab at it.
Please.
Let me clean this off really quick.
Pasta's nicely cooked. Can I try that?
I'm not a big truffle guy, but I will try.
Truffle's actually pretty subtle.
The noodles are al dente.
Yeah. It's really well cooked.
Yeah, nice and subtle, not over the top truffle.
You know, I was listening to something from Rogan a couple days ago, and there's a I don't know, food scientist or biologist or something like that, a science guy, right? And he was saying that he was having stomach issues when he was eating pasta, but since he started cooking it more, like a little bit less cooked than al dente, he stopped having the stomach issues. It was almost a thing where it's like the longer he cooked the pasta, the more it changed like the chemistry of how the wheat was. You know what I'm saying?
Did you buy it?
You know what? We've been talking about a lot of conspiracy theories, and I 100% believe it. It didn't mess with the stomach as much because it was actually more like undercooked versus overcooked. But I do think that the longer you cook something, it does change the molecular structure of food. You guys are looking at me like I worship crystals or something, man. You guys are looking at me like crazy, a little crazy. Does that make sense to you at all?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I buy that one. I don't know if it, unless it makes you feel way better, I don't know if it's worth eating undercooked pasta.
I mean,
No, personally, I'm not changing it.
Yeah.
But like, I like al dente pasta if it has a little more, like a little bit more bite to it versus mush.
yeah.
Could we agree on that?
I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Cook a little bit in the sauce. Like,
I
it should
mean,
be
there's always a mental side to how you react to things, right? And maybe that's a factor. I don't know enough about food chemistry to properly comment.
Food chemistry.
About-
I'm gonna find the
about
clip
that.
and I'm gonna send it to you guys and be like, all right, yeah, John, you are crazy.
Nah, but it's
Anyway, enjoy your round 3, okay? No more interruptions. Go ahead.
gastronomy takes.
Yeah, gastronomy takes.
Shumai.
Mid.
Pretty standard.
'cause
I don't think you would approve.
Okay.
you feel like it's been sitting in that little thing
Yeah.
too long where it gets a little rubbery.
Little
and-
basket. Yeah.
So, what was the sauce that was around it? Was it like?
I didn't even see.
It was just sauce. All right. You know, with the buffets, sometimes they are hit or miss
Yeah.
with the Asian fare, specifically the Asian fare.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because it's under a heat lamp, like, you know, if you do like sushi and like rolls and whatnot, which I might try for the next round.
You know, part of like Asian food is serving it when it's fresh out the wok.
Yeah.
Like when you cook Asian food, it only takes like 2 or 3 minutes to cook.
Yeah.
It's all high heat, fast cook, and serve right away and eat it when it's hot.
Yeah.
A lot of Asian food isn't meant to be sat under a warmer.
Yeah. So, okay.
Even Panda Express, like we're talking American Chinese food, but it's like it sits under.
Calling you out, Panda Express.
No, I love Panda Express. I have no issues.
No, I love Panda
I have no gripes. I have no beef with Panda Express, but it's like they move food so fast and so frequently that it does stay fresh. You know.
Yeah, and if you eat it as leftovers, you know, the enjoyment factor, the level of satisfaction drops considerably. Even the
Panda.
famed orange chicken, as delicious as it is,
Any fried
fresh,
food.
you know what I mean? It loses the texture.
So would
the
you
flavor.
say the food chemistry behind a fried orange chicken changes when you microwave it?
We're using chemistry really loosely here.
Okay, all right.
But using the same logic,
The logic, okay.
using the
logic,
same
yeah.
logic,
Right,
one would
alright.
argue that the empirical experience
Sure.
is very different.
Yeah.
So
That's
at
fair.
least from an empirical,
Okay.
not a completely scientific, but an
Right.
empirical experience, it
Right.
really changes. So shout out to Rogan and his guest, but you know, empirically, he can say whatever he wants.
All right. I'm not microwaving foam containers in my microwave.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just common sense.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Alright, let's try this
So
tamale.
what do we have next? We got the tamale.
Yep.
I don't know, for buffets, Mexican fare, sometimes it can pop off.
This is actually pretty tasty.
So with tamales, sometimes if it's like sitting there too long, it gets super crumbly. Like there's a certain sweet spot in terms of how the texture of the tamale is.
Have you ever bought like street tamales, like from a tamale lady in SF or
Yeah.
like ones like randomly like San Jose flea market and stuff?
Something like that, yeah.
Because
yeah.
like it's kind of amazing how like the people that cook the tamales in big batches can keep it in like an ice chest, right? And they pack it in, and it's still like scalding hot. There must be like a science behind it,
Yeah.
right? There must be a science behind it, right?
And from empirical experience, it always
I
pops
think
up.
you're the closest person to a scientist out of the three of us.
Yeah.
How do you explain that? How do they keep the tamales so hot?
I'm too full to try to do this scientifically.
That's good science right there.
Yeah.
That's good
Okay.
science. Once
All
you
right.
put it in a styrofoam thing, they got some they got some old school methods
Sure.
that to make that work, you know.
That's right.
I think it's packing it in tight, and then keeping the heat down below. Anyways,
You want to try the tamale? It's actually,
I do.
I like the flavor in it a lot. I think it's-
Oh, it's tender.
yeah.
So with a tamale, it's a combination of the nice little corn flavor,
The cornmeal on the outside,
cornmeal on the
aka
outside, and then the
the masa.
masa.
There you go. Get some for me. That's really good.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Good tamale.
Better than I thought it'd be.
Wynn Buffet. A plus on the tamale.
Bueno.
Bueno indeed.
Would you say that's a win on the win?
Show.
Win-win situation.
All right.
All right. I'm getting full, so I got to take a bite of this thing before I top out.
That's the thing. We're talking too much. All of the real estate, all of the
Yeah.
food is slowly settling in our stomachs. The longer we sit, the more we talk.
You ever see those professional food eaters like Joey Chestnut, and they stand up and they kind of just jump a little bit like that?
Man, I can't think about that guy eating hot dogs right now.
Yeah.
That's not going to help it sit.
You need to eat the food with some water.
Yeah, that's wild. They'd kick us out of the buffet for that. I
Yeah.
guarantee you they would.
If I saw somebody doing that, I would ask them to get a
Yeah.
Tacos, good. I mean, it's like a taco truck taco. It's not a tacos El Gordo taco.
Are you saying it's like a tacos El Mido?
Let me try.
Taco SCSC.
Yeah, I don't
Taco no adobado. Definitely more on the taco truck side.
The flavor's solid.
Flavor solid.
No complaints.
It's a little on the drier side compared to the adobado that we had the other day.
Juicy.
The crema on the adobado
Oh yeah.
really, really just sets it off.
It would have helped.
Not a bad street taco, especially for a buffet.
You know, I don't know if you caught it yesterday when we did El Gordo. The way that they fling the salsa on and it's airborne and it just sits like that. Oh, that's beautiful.
It's a little bit of a show element.
It is.
to
It is. Yeah. And you almost catch it. It's like
That's a flex. He knew the camera was there. He was like, all right, let me do something special for these guys.
Let me Benihana it for
Yeah,
these
yeah,
guys.
exactly.
Let me put the shrimp tail in the hat.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's not bad. I think maybe if it was the first thing I ate instead of like the 12th thing I ate, I'd give it more of a chance.
I think that there's diminishing returns
For everything.
with the buffet experience. That's why you really want to focus on the heavy hitters, the ones that you really want to eat from the very start. And you're seeing this as we progress through our buffet experience. The table gets dirtier, we get messier,
You can slow down a lot.
you're slowing down significantly. So you really, if you're a seasoned buffet eater, you really gotta focus on what you want to really, really get that pleasurable dining experience that you're looking for.
Man, I'm getting full. No, I'm not getting full. I'm getting satisfied.
I think that's the itis.
Yeah.
That's the itis that's creeping up slowly. It might mean that we might have to hit the dessert aisle soon before we start,
Just doing a sweep of make sure we didn't miss anything. I think I'm gonna go extra dessert. Then I'm gonna do a sweep to make sure I didn't miss anything, and then maybe one more dessert.
all right.
That's the plan.
Just